Hey there, this is Sean Faulkner with Skyflow. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to Skyflow Studio's account, workspace, and vault settings, as well as data governance engine. We're going to create a new role, policy, and service account with restricted access, and then use that to call the data APIs. If you want to follow along, log into Skyflow Studio now. Make sure that you have a quick start vault available, and that you've downloaded the Postman collection for your vault and imported it into Postman. Let's go ahead and get started. Once you're in Skyflow Studio, you can click the settings link in the top navigation. Settings are broken down by account, workspace, and vault. Within each of these, you can manage your users, roles, policies, and service accounts. This is how you control who or what has access and what data they can see and interact with. The account is the top level for access control, and within an account, you can create workspaces as logical groups for your vaults. Right now, I only have a default workspace with one vault. Let's click on the Vault tab. Every vault has users, roles, service accounts, and connections. You have to add and manage these configuration settings for each vault individually. You can change the vault from the drop-down menu. Staying with the Quick Start Vault, go ahead and click on Roles. There are a bunch of predefined roles for the Quick Start Vault. If you click View on the Vault Owner role, you can see the policies set for this role give full read and write access to all the data in the vault. If you click on the View link on the first Customer Service Rep role, you can see that the policies are much more restrictive. This role only allows plain text read access to a few columns. There's also a row restriction where users or service accounts assigned this role can only view data from people in California. The date of birth and the email are redacted, and the social security number is masked. Let's go ahead and try creating our own role. Close the window and then click on Add New Role. Enter a name and description of Arizona Customer Support, and then click on Create. Once the role has been created, click on Attach Policies. We support a policy language for defining the data access permissions for a role, and the policy editor supports term completion for easy entry. Enter the following policies. Allow read on persons.name, persons.state with redaction equal to plain text, where persons.state equals Arizona. Here we are giving plain text read access to both name and state, but only for people in Arizona. Let's add another rule. Allow read on persons.ssn, so the social security number, with redaction equal to masked, where persons.state equals Arizona. This time we're giving read access to the social security number, but the value will be masked, and we are restricting access with a row level constraint on people in Arizona. Let's go ahead and add one final rule. This time, let's type in allow read on persons.date of birth, persons.email address, persons.skyflow ID, with redaction equal to redacted, where persons.state equals Arizona. So we are giving access to the final columns in the table, but redacting all the data and restricting to people just in Arizona. You can also refer to all columns in the table using the table name and .star, just like you might in an SQL statement. Now that we have all the policies written, let's go ahead and click on Create and enter a policy name of Arizona Customer Support Policy. Once the policy is created, make sure that you click to enable it. Now we have a role and a policy. We need to assign it. Click on Service Account on the left. Service accounts are required to programmatically call the Skyflow APIs. They are the identity of the service making the API call. A service account is associated with a role, and prior to calling the APIs, a private key for the service account is used to sign a JOT token. The JOT token is used to make an authentication request, returning an auth-bearer token. Each API call needs to include the bearer token. The rules associated with the role of the service account are enforced during every API call. Go ahead and click on New Service Account, enter a name of Arizona Customer Support Service Account, select the role you just created, and click on Create. This will download a service account key, which is a JSON file, to your computer. You should keep this file secure as it can be used to call the Skyflow APIs for your vault. Before we can call the vault APIs in Postman, we need to exchange the key we just downloaded for an auth-bearer token. On our GitHub page, you can find a Python script called getBearerToken. Copy this file locally and open it in an editor. Scroll down to line 45 and change the file location to the file you just downloaded. Execute the script from a terminal, and a JSON response with an access token will be printed. Copy the access token. This is the auth-bearer token you need for making API calls using the Arizona Customer Support Service account. Auth-bearer tokens expire after 60 minutes, so you'll need to keep this token fresh in order to continue to make API calls beyond that time. In an actual integration, you'd most likely use our SDKs, which will automatically do a lot of this work for you. Head over to Postman and navigate to the Vault Postman collection. At the root node, paste in the bearer token you copied into the token field and click Save. We should now be all set for calling the data APIs as the Arizona customer service rep. Find the bulk get persons API and click Send. You should see only 2 records, both matching the state restriction of Arizona. Also notice that only the name and state are plain text. The social security number is masked and everything else is redacted. The rules and policies give you the power to really control access to the Vault data, and you can update your business rules in real time without deploying new code or updating the service account keys. To see how that works, go back to the studio and go to the roles section of your Vault settings. And for the Arizona customer support role, click on View and then Edit. Let's change the email field from being fully redacted to masked and then click on Save. Go back to Postman and try rerunning the same API call. You should now see the email results are masked rather than redacted. The roles, policies, and service accounts give you fine-grained control over who has access to the Vault data, how they view it, and what they can do with it. This significantly reduces the potential for data leaks and breaches. As part of your integration with Skyflow, you should create different service accounts with different roles and policies based on the exact needs of the service, never exposing more information than is absolutely necessary. Thank you so much for watching this quick introduction to Skyflow's settings and data governance engine. There's of course a lot more you can do with these features. You can learn more in our developer documentation at docs.skyflow.com.